Let's have a way, boys.
Marquise, as one of the few senior guys on your defense, how are you trying to not do too much out there and relying on some of your teammates at times?
Sometimes when we go out there, I like to lead by example first, and then like Ryder for an example. If I'm going to rep, I make sure he get that one-on-one rep with me. Like if we're doing one-on-ones against the offensive line, and I get the first rep, I make sure he get the second rep. And when he get done, I always coach him up behind him because he's gonna be a big tool for us this year. And the same thing with Victor Evers and Kadir Shepard. They all look up to me as like they role model and for advice on like how they can be a better pass rusher and how they can be more physical and stuff. And then my role is just to be the leader, just to show them like the right way of how to take on blocks and get more physical. And just finally like tell them to like deep down inside like you got more, you can give more, and just keep pushing.
I know you talked the other day about you guys against the run. I mean, obviously you have a bunch of guys that are really good at getting to the quarterback. There were times last season, especially with stopping the run was difficulty. Do you feel like you're better equipped for that this season as a group?
As a group, I feel like we were very well more equipped to play against the run, and the defense thing that Coach McGirt got for us. Nobody should get that much rushing yards like they did last year.
I know when you were deciding to return, your conversation with Coach Freeze played a part in you coming back. Just how did you feel when all that stuff, the resignation happened?
Well, I really can't answer that. That's not my say. That's all that.
How can this defense be better though? In terms of like, I know linebacker play has been something they struggled with last year. Secondary might have some issues, but do y'all feel y'all are better equipped to turn things around, considering how tough it got, especially towards the end of the year last year defensively?
Well, the difference from last year and this year is that last year we just had a couple guys like who we always depended on to fill in roles like where they didn't belong. This year we have a whole lot of talent on the defense. You got D.D. Boyd, you got Kandaris, you got Miles, you got Jalen Jones. We just have a bunch of freshmen and a bunch of young guys who are very talented, and they're gonna really contribute to what our scheme is in the defense. And I can't wait till the first game to see how they play.
How do you feel like you're better this year, Marquise, or how are you different?
I just feel better because me and Coach Rowe, we talk about my technique wise and my hand placements and the way how I line up and how they utilize me playing from a stand-up linebacker and put my hand down in the dirt. I just feel more comfortable how they moving me around, but instead of me just having my hand in the dirt.
I know in the spring there's a lot of talk about you putting on weight. How's that process been going?
Pretty good. I'm basically maintaining 230, and last time I really rated it was like 232, so I'm doing pretty good.
What did you see from the defense in the scrimmage that could use a little tweaking before September 2nd?
Basically, we just got to learn to be more, communicate with one another when we're playing against a fast-paced offense like ours. Communicate, just get lined up, and that's all. Just be ready to roll.
You mentioned thinking you guys will be better stopping the run. What have you seen in training camp that makes you think you guys will be better in that aspect?
Just the physical and the scheme that we run against our offensive run. Like we do a drill inside run every day, and the defense that we run, it's not like how we was last year being everywhere. We just one spot and just play that gap and just execute it.
So what's it been like stopping the run in scrimmages?
It's been pretty successful. Most of the time, our offense, they going to get their runs because they got playmakers too, like Jordan Wiggins, Eric Swinney, Eugene Braslett. They got playmakers, but for us as the D-line and linebackers, we also fill up the guys to make them bounce outside so they can't get inside and run the ball like they want to.
How do you think Charles will adapt to tackle?
I talk to Charles every day about him playing tackle. I always ask him what you feel like would be more better for you to place yourself in or tackle. He says, I feel better in here. And I always ask him, I say, what would you think would benefit the team for you? And he said, me playing inside. And I always told him to have confidence because you're very strong and you're young and you're more explosive inside. You give us the extra boost that we really need for the inside pressure.
Dante Evans is heading into his college debut, replacing Dietrich, who got suspended. For you, what have you seen from him? Has he done a pretty good job of holding things together at linebacker there for Move?
Dante has really did an excellent job stepping up to the plate, calling the defense and knowing what the scheme is. He's going to be a big impact for us, stepping up. I'm really proud of him.
For you and your future, NFL future, what are you working on in your final year?
My final year, just basically just staying the basics. I'm not going to overdo it and try to do something I never never did in my life before. I'm just gonna stick to playing the run and getting to the quarterback.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate it.
Got
Thanks.
it.